Hey folks, this is David from the future. I just wanted to add a little note to this episode, just a heads up. This was originally a piece of Patreon-only content where Jordan and I looked at our guesses in prior Chibi episodes to really see how well we did in our guesses. We're releasing this to everyone just because we had already done a first impressions on Red Hood, so we didn't really know what our piece of content to put in its wake. If you haven't listened to that, be sure to go check it out. It's called Patreon Unlocked, Hunter's Guild Red Hood, where essentially that is just a Chibi because we were just giving our first impressions when that series premiered. And now that unfortunately it has been canceled, we'll have a full episode covering it that's going to be coming out next week. Absolutely fantastic. Alyssa was a wonderful guest, and it was a lot of fun talking about a series that, I, to be honest, was a little sad got canceled. But now on to the episode. Hey, if you're listening to this, that means you are a Patreon listener, which means you are my favorite person in the world. And in this episode, what are we going to be talking about today, Jordan?
Oh, we today are going to be looking back at some guesses that we made in our previous Chibi episodes and kind of scoring them, just seeing who was more right, who understands manga a little bit more than the other person, I guess, is what we're doing right now.
I was really tempted to stop you and make like a look back, be like, look back, we did that as the main episode featuring Mother's Basement. Our fantastic guest. But yeah, I know that was really confusing because we recorded this right around when we did the look back episode. So Jordan's like, what the fuck are we recording today?
It's been a lot of confusion around scheduling just because things are kicking up. We're getting more busy. We're putting out more stuff. So the schedule has been changed a bit this week, and it threw me off a little bit, but not that much because thankfully David's pretty good about this stuff and keeps the things updated on the schedule.
Oh yeah, it's my weaponized organization skills. Lets me be very good at my real job.
The most powerful stand.
Yes, my stand, Google Sheets. I always think about that, like, alternative universes where Araki picked different things. Like, I think movie names would have been really cool.
I think they did that in one of the JoJo light novels.
Really?
Yeah, like, I think they made Jonathan's stand Passion as in the Passion of the Christ.
Oh, not like Passion Pit?
That's what Araki would do, and I don't think Araki would listen to Passion Pit.
I don't know. He listens to some weird stuff. But why don't we dive into it? So we are going to be covering the Chibi reviews from episode 24.5 Double Arts to 31.5 Red Sprite. And just a heads up, until around like Teenage Renaissance David, I believe, or maybe it was Godspeed, we didn't really have a formal system where we just made 3 concrete guesses. So before that point, the guesses are a little bit faster, looser. I might have more than 3 guesses. Jordan might have less. But overall, yeah. So just this will definitely we'll be a little fast and loose with those first few episodes. And of course, if we are doing this, though, actually a few weeks to a few months after we recorded or read those series. So if you feel like there's a correction or omission, please feel free to send us a message. We're always happy to give an update at the start of the next episode. Our plan is to have these come out probably every quarter or so that'll be us reviewing how our last 6 guesses went, which seems about right. But in this case, we'll actually be doing 7 because we love you.
We want to build it up a little bit. And yeah, our punishment for getting it wrong will just be getting a ton of emails correcting us.
Yes. There you go. Also, one last thing is the scoring system. So the way it works is you're going to get 0 points if you're just completely wrong, half a point if you're not quite right, but there's some room for argument that what you said was kind of right, and then you'll get 1 point if you were just on the money correct.
Yeah.
And then, Jordan, what are we playing for this episode?
In what sense?
Well, whoever gets the most points, what do they get?
How's that Sizzler gift card?
All right, we're going to be playing for a $6.50 Sizzler gift card.
Yeah!
Also, scoring in this is going to be kind of fucked up because we had different numbers of guesses.
Godspeed, we course correct.
So once we're really down in this, everyone gets 3 guesses. So anyway, let's get started. So the first one was actually a joint guess, which from Double Arts was they're going to take the main character to the main city to get her examined, and it's going to be primarily like a journey story.
This is an interesting one because I think that is where the series was headed, but it never got there.
Nope. So I guess though we'll have to give ourselves 0 for that one.
Or 0.5. That was the stated goal at some point.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually happen.
Yeah.
Jordan, you can't be like, my guess would have been really correct if it actually had happened.
Well, they talk about it. I don't know. But, okay, yeah, I'll give you 0.
Thanks, bud. I'm always a 0 to you. All right, next. There'll be a time skip, and everything is okay.
I don't think there was a time skip.
I thought they kind of flashed the end. You're like, and everything was great, but we just don't have time to show you. See you later.
Oh, yeah, they did do that, didn't they? Fuck.
So you want me to give you half a point for that? Because they didn't really show anything. They just said that everything got fixed.
Yeah.
Jordan's got half a point on the scoreboard.
Oh, yeah. First blood.
Next, Jordan said the series will be boring and dumb.
I was right.
Yeah. Gazelles will have a dumb reason for existing. And I'm going to be honest, I assume it was a dumb reason because I can't remember what their motivation was.
I cannot remember either. I'm just going to assume I was right.
See, this is the fun of us recording like 2 months after we read it.
There are very few plot points in double arts that stick with you.
Yeah. All right, next up, we've got Cool Shock B.T. My first guess was BT becomes ruler of Japan. That is a no. Mm-hmm. Our next was a group guess saying there's a prequel to King and BT goes back in time and is the pain from Metal Gear Solid 3. Let us give us 15 points for being really correct. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think that's like half a point, right? No, that's zero.
No. Giant Asian hornets become a main plot device.
No, it was just that one moment.
No. All right, next up, we've got Phantom Seer. So my guess was the female main character keeps attracting ghosts that main character has to defeat.
I don't think that happens.
No, she like, it happens in the first chapter, but then it doesn't really become a plot element.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one, I like this one because I think I got points for this. A friend is introduced just to be a damsel in distress and gains powers.
I'm going to give that to you because that is more or less what happens.
The glasses lady. My first one on the scoreboard.
Yeah, David. Woo!
I know, I'm so proud. I've got 1 point. Jordan has 2.5. Let's see if I can catch up. All right. Next one is a vaguely evil organization that works with the monsters wants to take away her ability. So I think this is half a point because they were a vaguely evil organization that worked with the monsters, but I don't think they ever explicitly were trying to get after her powers.
I'm going to be honest. I just don't remember like shit about Phantom Seer's plot, so I'll give it to you.
All right. It's fine. I'll take it.
You giving yourself half a point for that?
Yeah, I'm going to give myself a half chub.
All right, yeah.
Oh, this one, I think I was around the money for this one. Female main character gains some powers, but is never as effective as the main character. So this one is at the worst half a point. All right, so I'm getting full points for that.
I'm giving you full points. I remember reading that and being like, David got it right.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, we're tied. Yeah. But now you get your guesses for Phantom Seer. This series will not have the male main character lose his powers, which you are completely right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, we've got Godspeed. This one I think had a pretty good guess where the angels are actually demons. As I hyped that one up, that is wrong.
It is wrong. I'm not going to give it to you, but they do a thing where it's like, who's the real demons here, you know? Makes you think. So I see where you're going, but no, I'm not going to give that to you.
I actually have a guess that's missing because I remember it because I was right, where it was the lady they meet in the city is actually a demon and her thing is hiding it. And that was completely right.
No, you did make that guess, and yeah.
All right, so I get 1 point for that. Next is Past the Walls is the normal human world. That is unfortunately untrue, even though, well, they say Europe exists.
I'm going to give you a half point on that.
All right, because Europe exists.
Yeah, well, it's also like, even though it is not actually the quote-unquote real human world, it is, for that world, the normal human world, more or less.
With Europe. Featuring Europe.
Yeah, true. With Europe. Apparently Europe does exist somewhere. So.
And Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Yeah.
All right. Next is the main character dies and is reborn with some sort of holy power. This actually happens to every character except for the main character. God damn it. All right, this is Jordan's guesses. They're going to meet God in the last chapter. I say half a point. They meet God's corpse, but I know when you said that was 100% not what you intended.
I mean, it wasn't not entirely what I intended, but
Yeah, but you thought they were actually going to have a conversation with God.
You could argue that the angel that they meet who has, like, immense God creation powers is God, like, in that world.
Yeah, but that's not Big G God.
I guess. I'll take a half a point for that.
All right, next one. Bernie is dead. Bernie is technically not dead. He just got turned into an angel.
Yeah.
I'll give you half a point, though, because he's pretty close to being dead.
Symbolically dead.
Yeah. When you're 14, you're either eaten or used for parts. I'm going to give you full points, because that's really what the whole point is, that they use them just to manifest the angel hearts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm remembering the series pretty well. I am surprised.
Well, it's not too long. There's not that much to remember about it, you know? It's just 6 chapters.
Yep. Oh man, this is probably the most accurate guess I think I've made so far, where in Teenage Renaissance, I guess David's mom is a normal person and his dad is a statue. Yep. I kind of feel like she got 2 points because that was like a complete fucking 10 out of 10 was right guess.
Yeah. I think maybe Michelangelo is based on a painting, but I'm going to give it to you.
What? His dad is clearly drawn the same way as David.
Well, yeah, but I think
Yeah, Papa Angelo.
Oh, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll give it to you.
It's a 1 point. It's not like we're actually going to give me bonus points for being super right.
No, it's fine.
The next one is they never explain why people are statues.
You get it.
They infer some things, but they never actually say why.
They infer that there is symbolism there, but they don't, they never outright say, hey, why are you a statue? Oh, well, this is why. So yeah, no, you're right.
Then my last one is David never gets with Venus. That is 100% wrong.
Yeah, they get married in the last chapter.
Oh man, I could not have been wronger about that guess. Your first guess, speaking of wrong, is at the 14 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I believe it was what, Raphael doesn't show up?
No, Raphael does. A painting by Raphael absolutely does show up, but I don't think anything from Donatello does, so I'm still wrong.
Okay. Death Laquan will be referenced.
The death of Laocoon.
I had no idea how to spell that.
That's fine. It's really hard to fucking spell. I only know about it because I went to art school. Yeah.
Woo! Was that reference?
That was reference, yes.
Okay. But I know that the ecstasy of Teresa was not.
It was not, no.
Because my friend explicitly asked to let him know, and it was not.
It was not, no.
It was almost the cover art for the episode too, but we unfortunately did not. But you'll have to check that out on the Patreon if I put it up. I think I did. We'll find out. Who knows? It'll be fun. Woo! That's why Patreon content's fun, because it's fast and loose, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the flash on a slip and slide.
Nice.
All right, speaking of Hell Warden, there will be a villain that controls feet.
Nope.
As much as Quentin Tarantino would have liked that, that is not the case. But we did have someone who controlled a different body part, so I wish I had said that instead.
What was the body part?
It was a head.
Oh,
he controlled heads.
So, like, yeah, if the series had gone on, that's something that we might have run into, but no.
Yeah, and he does use hands as feet.
Yeah.
But the next one is he will have a super pair of hands he uses only in emergencies. That is also not true. He uses all the hands whenever he wants. And the girl will be like a rogue or something, keeping up with her stealing trait. Maybe she can steal abilities. No. So I was 100% wrong on Hell Warden. Let's see how Jordan did. The Zaiju come from defeated demons who are imprisoned in hands. So it does come from it, but they aren't imprisoned in their hands. So I'm going to give it half points.
Yeah. The next one is kind of interesting. I had one where there's a particularly bad demon who escaped that Higuma has a personal grudge with. That's kind of true. I don't know if he escaped.
Because there's a dude who killed his dad, but, like, is that what you were really
That's the demon that I am currently talking. Because, like, Higuma absolutely has a personal grudge with this demon. They did all escape, right?
Yeah, all right, let's just give you 1 point. That's you need the point, bud.
I need every point I can get, man.
Yep. I know Higuma has a family member who's a bad guy. I know what you're going to say, but they at no point ever confirmed that demon is actually related to him. They just imply
No, that's just a headcanon of mine.
Oh, this was the guess where you were like, how the fuck? I tell C, baby. I guess one of the two brothers would die.
You got it. Again, as soon as I saw that, I was like, God damn it, David. This motherfucker.
Next guess is Risa will have a shitload of pets, and I feel like I should get minus point because it explicitly says one of her fun facts is she hates dogs.
Yep. -1. No, 0. Yeah.
No. And the author will give up on having mysteries as it's too hard to think of them weekly. I don't know why the author gave up, but he certainly did. He definitely got rid of the CSI style the first, 5 or 6 chapters.
I mean, maybe the style, but, like, the mysteries are still there pretty much. I mean,
I'm going to give myself half a point then, because that's what I meant is, like, he rebooted the format at least 3 times.
It wasn't really a reboot. It was more of it was more of a time skip, you know.
You also like ITLC, so let's not...
I'm a big defender of ITLC.
Let's not look too much into your... Yeah, I know. All right, let's look into you. There will be a darker explanation of Oi's traumatic kidnapping with a tone that clashes pretty bad with the rest of the series. I don't remember her kidnapping really being that weird of a shift.
I don't think it was, no.
All right, next, Oi will come in conflict with her partner when she tries to save a criminal who is receptive to her. I feel he was pretty understanding of the whole painting thief.
I think I got them all wrong.
Okay, one of the targets will be a past criminal Oi is already in love with. No. All right, Jordan, this was your Hell Warden.
I felt like I totally underestimated ITLC because I made all those guesses with the idea that the author was bad. But silly me, the author is actually really, really, really good. So, I
think, by the way, I don't think anyone's gotten a perfect score on any series yet.
Nope.
We've gotten 2 for 3, but I don't think we've been 3 for 3. All right, now finally, everyone's favorite communist series, Red Sprite. Someone who joins the team has magnetism power. Yeah, buddy. Put me on the board for that. The MC's dad was a scientist, blah, blah, blah. His dad never shows up, so it doesn't matter what the rest of that sentence was.
It turns out that the first chapter of Red Sprite had almost nothing to do with the rest of the series.
Yeah, it's like the first 10 chapters of Red Sprite could have just been ignored, and it would have been a substantial... We'd probably still be reading Red Sprite, actually, if it started from the points chapter 10 began.
Yeah, no, I mean, I completely agree. If they had started when they met Arthur, even if Arthur was the main point of view character, I definitely think that series would have been like 10 times stronger. Yeah.
All right. And then the series talks about shortened lifespans way too many times. No, they just obsessed about it in the first chapter and it never came up. Unlike Build King, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. The children's parents were exposed to some event that makes their genes special. There is, despite being Nazis, there is no genealogy element to this series.
They never get to it.
Tatsu's dad is a legendary... Nope.
No, absolutely nothing about him.
Most of the series will be spent saving Mono, and then we'll get a bunch of kids saved in the last chapter. No, Mono actually only does not ever get rekidnapped.
Wow.
So,
yeah. Just completely wrong there, yeah.
Jordan, how did we do?
Okay, so let's see. Damn it! David has 8.5 and I have 8. You motherfucker.
Yeah, buddy. So that means I win the Sizzler gift card this app. That
means I have to go back and see. Let's see, which one do I actually completely disagree with that I'm gonna yell at? No, whatever.
So, yeah. Oh, Jordan, actually, you were completely right about double arts. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I was misreading it. I'm a silly Billy. We did pretty well. I would be curious actually to look at what our best episode was from either an individual or an overall. Your best, I think, was Hellborn, where you got 1.5 points.
I think it was Godspeed where I got 3.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't. No, I got
you're right.
2.
Godspeed, you got 2 points. You're right. So Godspeed was your best. My best, I got 1.5 for Godspeed. I don't know if I topped that. I might have... No, I think that's about my best is 1.5 points for Godspeed.
Wow, we just really saw through Godspeed, I guess.
Yeah. It's what happens. Oh, no, Teenage Renaissance David. I got 2 full points because I was right about they never explained the statues and his dad being a statue person.
You know what? That's fitting.
Yep. Damn, if you just knock on with Venus.
Can't change it, David. The flop is a flop. It flopped. That's how it went.
Yep. And that weird incest.
Oh, God, that was... What the fuck was that?
Yeah, I know. That was a fun episode. Sorry again, Sean. We really didn't know that was a thing, and we didn't also know that was considered like a thing that you keep looking at incest-based series.
Yeah, but we will repeat it from now on. Every time we say your name, we're gonna be like, by the way, Sean's the incest guy, just so you know. That's the thing Sean's famous for.
God, when we record our episode of Anime Count, be like, so Sean, you got any siblings?
Oh, no. Hey, Sean, you ever hear of My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute?
Yeah, that was actually the parody cover art of our Guardian of the Witch episode.
Oh, yeah, because it's the immediate thing I think of when someone says incest manga.
All right, well, Jordan, are you ready to wrap this up, by the way?
I am ready to wrap it up, baby.
All right, well then, thank you so much for listening, dear patron. As always, we very much appreciate your patronage. It lets the show keep going. And if you have any feedback or if we fucked up anything, please let us know. We always appreciate feedback. You can either mention it on the Discord or send us an email or tweet us. But yeah,
we aren't being wrong on purpose.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of silly billies.
Oh yeah, that is what we are. Silly billies.
All right, well, this has been David.
This has been Jordan.
And you've been listening to Shonen Flop Chibi Rating Spectacular, Episode 1, A New Hope.
You should keep on continuing to flop around my flopping companions. Bye.